Welcome back to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today I have a slightly different video for you. It's going to be a prediction video and a review of a upcoming LEGO Star Wars set, and that is the $1,000 Ultimate Collector Series Death Star that will be coming out this October. In this video, I'm going to give you my predictions on what I think the set is going to be like, but also we know that it's going to include a whopping 38 minifigures. So I'm going to go through and give you my prediction as to what 38 minifigures are going to be included. And when it gets revealed, I guess we'll see how close I am to the final product. So with that said, if you're enjoying the content you're seeing so far on my channel, hit that subscribe button down below to support. But let's jump in. Okay, starting first with the set. We know that this is going to be $1,000. It's going to be north of, I believe, 8,000 pieces. So this thing is going to be massive. No question about it. It's going to be massive. Now, there's been some speculation as to, is this just going to be a display model? Is it going to be the Death Star 1 or the Death Star 2? Is it going to have compartments? How is it going to open up? All of these questions. I think it's going to fall somewhere in the middle of expectations versus reality. LEGO has been slightly inconsistent in their delivery of value recently, and I'm not sure if this is going to fall victim to that, or if LEGO is going to realize, hey, we're going to create the first $1,000 LEGO set. This thing needs to come up big. I think LEGO is going to do a good job. With that said, I think the dimensions of the set are going to be larger than the Death Star 2 that we saw back in, I believe, 2005. I think it'll have a similar stand, but be a larger overall sphere. As for what it's going to be based on, I think it's going to be the Death Star 1 from A New Hope. I think it's going to be fully paneled, a perfect sphere. I think it's going to look similar to what we see in the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video game. I think this is what we should be expecting. Now, as for the interior, I think LEGO is going to do a good job here. We've seen recently with a few Ultimate Collector Series sets, the UCS Razor Crest, the UCS AT-AT, the Jabba Sail Barge from last year. When they flesh out an interior, they do it well. Now, obviously, there are some other sets that they have not fleshed out an interior for. They didn't create any sort of hangar bay for the UCS Venator. The UCS Millennium Falcon only had 2 compartments when, the ship is a larger interior spaced ship. So I think we're going to see something fall in between. I'm not sure if the entire Death Star is going to have an interior, but I think there are going to be removable panels to showcase some of the most iconic scenes from the Death Star. I think we're going to see the hangar with the Millennium Falcon. I think we're going to see the trash compactor. I think we'll see the scene where Luke and Leia use the grappling hook to swing from door to door. I think we'll see the Ben Kenobi scene where he turns off the generators. I think we'll also see the conference room with the Imperial leaders. So I think that's what people should be expecting. Not a full interior with completely removable panels, because I feel like that would be pretty fragile. I think you're going to see compartments more towards the center of the Death Star that'll be removable. But we'll see. That's my prediction, though. Death Star 1, slight interior build out, but overall a really good fully paneled display model. Here's the big thing, the minifigures. The set with the most minifigures at the time of this video was the Avengers Tower that came in at 31 total minifigures, which was pretty large. Now this set is going to be double the price of the Avengers Tower. The Avengers Tower is $500. It's going to be $1,000, and this is going to include 38 minifigures. I was definitely hoping it would crack 40. There's something about the set starting with a 40, right? For total minifigures, but the rumor is 38 at the moment. So with that said, I'm going to go through and explain who I think are going to make that 38 minifigures. So starting with the obvious 10 right off the rip here. We're going to see Darth Vader. We're going to see Farm Boy Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Ben Kenobi, C-3PO, and R2-D2. I think we'll also see Emperor Palpatine and Grand Moff Tarkin. These 10 are absolute layups. There's no way they are not included. I'd be absolutely shocked if we didn't get these 10. Now the question is how many of these 10 will just be reuses or new figures? I think we'll see a reuse of the dual molded leg C-3PO. I think that'll make a return here. I think we'll see reuses of Chewie, Han, Leia, Luke Skywalker, although the Han Solo may have dual molded legs. I think that would be a nice inclusion. Darth Vader and Palpatine will be reuses. I'm sure Tarkin, however, will be new, and I bet he'll have dual molded legs for the boots. And this brings me to the next set of figures. I think we're going to see a set of exclusive Imperial officers, all with dual molded legs to include the boots. I think this is a really easy inclusion by LEGO to increase the value of those figures for the set. The leaders I think we're going to see, I don't think we're going to see all of the leaders from the conference room, just the most important ones, and those being Admiral Motti, General Tag, Colonel Yularen, and I believe we will see Director Orson Krennic. Now, he wasn't in A New Hope. However, he obviously is one of the creators of the Death Star. I think he will be included in this set. All 4 of those figures as well would be brand new and exclusive to this set, so they're packing a punch. Now, time for a few layups, some easy characters. I think they'll build out the Imperial Army for the set. If it's going to be the Death Star, you got to have a crew. I think we'll see 2 Royal Guards to accompany Emperor Palpatine. I also believe we'll see 2, detention crew members, Navy crew members. You could see the photo on the screen. This is the figure I'm talking about. I think we'll see 2 of those, as well as 2 Imperial technicians, specifically the 2 that go aboard the Millennium Falcon to inspect the ship. Forgot these 2 characters that are definitely going to be included with the Death Star. I think there are going to be 2 Imperial gunner characters included. As for the Imperial Army, I also believe we'll see 2 TIE pilots, as well as 4 basic stormtroopers. This allotment of Imperial crew members will definitely beef up the minifigure list and allow LEGO to include ones that are pretty readily available for them. Okay, now on to some slightly reused but new figures. I think we also will see Luke and Han Solo in the Stormtrooper disguise. What's cool about that is obviously you'll have them for the trash compactor room, but also they'll include their helmets in case you want to have 6 Stormtroopers. I believe we'll also see an Imperial Protocol droid as well as R2-Q5. Now with that list, that puts me at 33 total figures, so I'm 5 away. And I'm going to be honest, I've had a little bit of a tough time figuring out exactly what 5 these may be. So putting in a few easy choices as well as a few potential exclusive choices, I think because the overall theme that I'm going for is a almost purely New Hope Death Star, I believe this set is truly going to focus on A New Hope. So one of the most important scenes from A New Hope is obviously the trench run. Now with the Yavin set released in 2023, we saw Red and Gold Leader included, so I don't believe we'll see either of those. However, I do believe we'll see both pilot Luke Skywalker as well as a new Wedge Antilles figure. We haven't had a Wedge Antilles figure in quite some time, and I think this would be a great time to get him back into LEGO Star Wars. Also, with the rumor swirling around that the Death Star is going to include a kind of midi-scale Millennium Falcon, similar in scale to the Y-Wing from the Yavin set, and the gift with purchase is also reportedly to be a TIE fighter. I think we could see potentially an X-Wing involved somehow with this set as well, which would make sense to include, Luke or Wedge to pilot that X-Wing. Lastly, I think we will see General Dodonna. He is a figure that they've had out in the line a couple of years ago. I think we will see him in this set. And with the last 2 figures, these are 2 wild cards. I feel like we could see, another TIE pilot, another Imperial gunner, another Stormtrooper. However, I'm hoping to see some more exclusivity from this set, and that's why I'm going with these 2 figures. So number one, I think we're going to see General Draven from Rogue One and Andor. He obviously was on Yavin at the time of A New Hope. He's an important rebellion figure, and with the potential inclusion of Orson Krennic, I think we will see him. Also, I think we're going to see Galen Erso. This is a figure that would pair perfectly for the Death Star, as well as Krennic and Draven. I think we're going to see a little Rogue One action in this set. And the last figure, this is my wild card. I think we may see an Imperial Dignitary. So these were obviously in Return of the Jedi, so kind of deviating from my A New Hope theme. However, it could be cool. I think this could be a potential, really exclusive pick that they would never make again to put in this set to give it that extra oomph. I think we're going to see a lot of reuse for the Imperial crew. I think for the classic figures like Luke, Han, Vader, Princess Leia, I think we're going to see a lot of reuse of the parts, but potentially a new print, maybe a dual molded leg to add a little bit of exclusivity. I don't think they're just going to reuse every single main character for this set. But I do also expect to see about 10 new and exclusive figures that they may not make again in future sets. I would expect that from this. $1,000. That's a price. So this has to come up big in delivering that value. And I think including figures like Mahdi, Tag, Yularen, Krennic, Tarkin, Galen Erso, Draven, I think that's going to definitely provide a lot of that value for collectors that probably have a lot of the figures that would normally be included in this set from previous sets over the last 25 years. So I'm hoping for a lot of exclusivity. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're excited for the UCS Death Star. This is definitely kind of an unprecedented set that they're coming out with. Just the scale and the size and the price of this set is something we haven't seen before in LEGO. So I'm hoping they do a good job with it. I'm hoping they deliver value. I'm hoping we see a lot of exclusivity for this set. And I hope you enjoyed my prediction. I hope I'm right. I think I might be. But as soon as it gets revealed and more rumors come out, I'll be sure to share them here on the channel with you. So make sure you subscribe so you're ready when my next video is posted. But with that said, again, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button down below, and I will catch you in the next one.